the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. The Eagles at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. This one out quickly to Watkins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll roll him out right. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Let's go now. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hurts going to keep it again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Rodgers to throw once more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the covers because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back to Walker on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Walker. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, But this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
On second down, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Haason Reddick. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and they'll set up a 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He'll bite. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Haason Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Crosby is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
19 White.
from the 29. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers buying time to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Crosby is good. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Hey, 626!
Here's Rodgers to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, 33 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a draw play. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
26.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The kick by Crosby is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've got their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On play action, now Rodgers.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top play.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson,
47 yards.
And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He completes this to Walker.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
On the ball, now, go!
Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Hey! Hey!
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
18 runners. Come 19.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running left is Walker.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
This is caught, and yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
26.
Now Rodgers.
Watson making the catch. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Rodgers.
It's complete. Lazard. And he'll have another first down as he gets out of bounds as well to stop the clock.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back to throw. Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
He's back to throw.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Packers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Eagles,